clean sheet against Mamelodi Sundowns, but straight away ball turned over. That little bit of an early press there, setting up fear, and Reyners goes for the first shot of the match and puts it wide. Remember, Reyners on 13 league goals, Ribeiro on 14. That's another little subplot to today's game. Who's going to finish with a golden boot at the end of the season?
Looking very sharp there, Reyners leading the line. As was Sundowns in the last encounter against Stellies. Razor sharp, 3 goals in the first 20 minutes. And looking sharp here this evening.
Kakana in the middle along with Labusa today. Suarez, the Argentine, who hasn't played in the last 4 league matches, is on the left-hand side where Aubrey Modiba would usually play, and Morena takes the place of Mudau on the right. And there's a bit of a gap here. Kwayiba opens up. He's got a bit of pace too. Across. And he'll get the first corner of the game. This is the danger man for Chippa, top scorer of the season, and certainly their most outstanding player. It'll be interesting to see whether he's still here in the next campaign.
Yeah, very exciting there. You can see just a burst of pace there. Evidently, field, you can see how that ball bumped, so that counts against the attackers. Speaking of attackers, Giovanni Philander taking this corner.
There's the first corner, chance for Chippa as it goes across the face. But goal kick is the final result. Senan Grobo, who is playing on the right side of the defence. He's the only player from last week's defence who's kept his place, certainly in terms of the wider players. Kumara with a touch, and then Philander looking again for Kwayiba. This is Sitoli, played left back last week, now he's leading the attack. Philander, this is positive from Chippa. That's made to look super easy by Grant Kakana, who clears it away.
Very much a danger man there, Philander. I mentioned that he came on in this last encounter against Sundowns in the away fixture. A better looking Sundowns in the second half. And Philander as well as Azola Matrus coming in and adding that spark that was needed for Chippa.
Another goal kick here for Mamelodi Sundowns. Modise on the left side of defence today, one of the 5 changes coming into the team. Sundowns with an opportunity today to continue what for the last couple of seasons has been a regular run of record-breaking achievements. If they win today, Stanton, their 23rd win in 27 matches, and that'll equal the record for the PSL, the most number of wins in a season. The record is held by Rangers, Manning Rangers, you might remember them, Kaiser Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns twice, but the rider is 34-game season to score a total, to achieve a total of 23 wins. Sundowns have done it, or are on the cusp of it, in only 26 matches. This really has been another dominant season for them. Remember, the last campaign they finished 17 points clear. There are 4 more matches for Orlando Pirates, so it's a bit early to start talking about the points difference at the top of the table, but that'll be a factor to watch. Adams with Suarez.
And Mark, and just while you're on the dominance of Sundowns, almost won without a single loss on the final day of City.
Yeah, last season was their best season in terms of not losing that game against Cape Town City. That they would have become the first side ever in the history of South African football to finish a league season without a loss, but Jaden Rhodes and Cape Town City had other ideas. They equaled Kaiser Chiefs' record from about 20 years ago when they only lost a single game. You might have been in that team.
2002, 2003, yep. Giving my age away, let's move on swiftly.
Swiftly, yes. Not that we can, though. There's not much pace left. Clearing header from Morena. This will fall for Matthews. Has a look up, straight to the middle, looking for Reyners. Out comes Johnson. Gets an opportunity tonight. His 4th start of the season in place of Nwabali. There's some real goalkeeping lapses that left Chippa down in the last game. Nicely done by Lende. Gets a big roar of approval. Ribeiro. These two South Americans have really won the hearts of the fans around the country, including those who don't support Mamelodi Sundowns. Very impressive again this season.
Yeah, very much so. High quality. Allende, all the brains trust in the middle of the park there, pulling the strings.
Jaden Adams, who had his 24th birthday last week and played against his old club Stellenbosch to celebrate. Fairly comfortable win last Sunday that put them here within 1 point of the league title. One game to go after this for Sundowns. Magesi on Sunday. The match has been moved forward, and it'll be at Loftus Versfeld Sunday 5:30 kickoff. Live coverage on New World of Champions, followed by the trophy handover, of course. It'll be Sundowns' last Betway Premiership match, then on to the Champions League final, and then the Club World Cup. So still some way to go in terms of the season, but the league is coming to a swift conclusion for the Brazilians.
And that means no pre-season for them, or off-season rather, but I'm sure the players wouldn't have it any other way.
Ronald Williams has been alternating in the last couple of games with Dennis Onyango. Onyango, by the way, will celebrate his birthday tomorrow as the oldest player in the Betway Premiership. Born on May the 15th, Dennis Onyango. He will be 40 tomorrow. Happy birthday, Dennis. I know he's here today, but not on the bench with Jody February as the backup. There's Ribeiro. Reyners cuts inside, left-footed shot, offside.
Just straying offside there. See, just expecting that touch through.
Good call from the linesman. Shabalala was the man pushing up. I'm not sure he was pushing up for the offside though. He was going in to go and challenge Ribeiro. So we did mention Chippa without a win against Mamelodi Sundowns in league action. That's all time. They come into today's match having failed to beat Sundowns in 23 previous league meetings, 16 wins and 7 draws. Chippa have beaten Sundowns, however, in cup competition in the past. Something that I'm sure that they would swiftly like us to point out. The Telkom knockout in 2017 was the first time they had success. They beat them in the Telkom quarterfinals in 2020 as well.
Foul on his feet there, Kwaiba.
Well, he's already been knocking on the Bafana door, Kwaiba. Catching Mokoena, who still sits on 3 yellows, has for the last few matches. He picks up another one, he'll miss the final game of the season. I'm sure everybody wants to play in that one. No fun lifting the trophy when you haven't come off the park and you've been sitting in the stands.
Not at all. I remember when I won the Premiership with Kaizer Chiefs. I broke my finger. The last game was at Johannesburg Stadium against Swallows. Not able to be in that match day squad. Not easy.
Modise back to Johnson. Left-footed clearance. Goalkeeper taking no chances there with that ball. Johnson, of course, in his 2nd season here at the club. This will be an 8th start over the 2 campaigns for him. Back up for Nwabali. Now Mokoena, time to turn there. finds Reyners. Well, Reyners gone down the wing. Allende putting a bit of pressure on. Yes, Suarez. Straight to Adams. To Matthews. Lots of experience at the back today for Mamelodi Sundowns. All 4 defenders, excuse me, over the age of 30. Reyners looking to turn. Onto his right foot. Needed no second invitation. That is an excellent strike. It's number 14 of the season for Ikram Reyners. He's level now with Ribeiro. The defence just seemed to open up and allow him to take the shot. And Reyners said, thank you very much.
Yeah, the defence have to look at themselves there, just backing off, giving Reyners an opportunity to turn and strike. Nice touch there, you can see just backing off there. The run from Dashwick, Matthews disturbed the defence, and Shabalala too late to close it down. As we see Reyners slotting it to the back of the net, one drop of the shoulder, and the rest is history.
And no chance for the keeper from that range as Reyners sticks it away. Well, Ribeiro's been feeding him nicely so far in this game. He's going to have to return the favour somewhere down the line.
Set him up nicely against Tillis as well, did Ribeiro.
It's only taken 11 minutes. They only need 1 point at the moment. They'll take all 3 if it stays this way. Well, it's been a real slalom in down the ski slopes towards the title for Mamelodi Sundowns in the Betway Premiership, on top of course qualifying for the African Champions League final. That was a lot tougher. At 3-0 against Chippa last Wednesday, 3-0 against Stellenbosch when they played on Sunday at Atteridgeville. And already won here. That's goal number 61 for the season. That's also another record that they will be chasing. They've already set a new record for number of goals scored in the league since it was dropped from 18 to 16 teams. And the overall record in the old days when it was 18 teams, everybody played 34 matches rather than 30. Kaizer Chiefs with 73. The Sundowns up to 61 now. So it's the second highest ever in a single season in the PSL era. Only Chiefs with more. Here comes Philander. Onto the edge of the area. Can he get an early one back? There's a bit of a touch there off Morena, and it loops up perfectly for Williams to collect comfortably.
Looking lively is Philander on that left-hand flank. Once again, see, recovered nicely after that passive bobble whilst running in possession.
Mamelodi Sundowns had a chance to train on this pitch yesterday. Didn't like the bounce of the ball.
So Chippa not afraid to press high. And what he does do is he opens up that direct ball that Sundowns have the ability to do.
They'll just move the 2 central defenders a little bit wider, and then the players applying the press go a bit wider, and then opens up a bit of a gap in the middle.
For that man Mukwena just to receive in between the lines. A number of build-up routines do Sundowns. All centered around that man as well as Allende.
Now Matthews is playing a lot more regularly on this left-hand side now. New coach fancies his ability to take on defenders. Through the middle there from Mukwena. Was Reyners onside? And Globo will get it forward. But taken away immediately by Adams. They're just swarming through the middle. Sundowns, now Ribeiro. Over the top there. Not the best of options.
Like I mentioned, in that middle, not very secure there. Wana and Kumalo are responsible for protecting that defence.
Well, here's Kumalo. It's only his second game. He made his debut last Wednesday. He's a Orlando Pirates development player. Was with their Gauteng outfit Telepere, and is on loan here until the rest of the season. Another one off the Pirates production line. You're getting a chance. It's unusual. You play your first 2 games of your career against Mamelodi Sundowns. You start both of them as well.
Doesn't happen every day.
There he is, Kamara, turning on the skills there.
It has to be said, he had a solid outing in his debut last time out, even though it ended up on the losing side.
Incredible one-sided record between these two clubs. Overall, today will be the 30th meeting between the two of them. Those 2 cup wins for Chippa, 18 for Sundowns in all competitions, 18-2, in other words, is the scoreline. Sundowns have beaten Chippa 3-0 on 4 different occasions. They'll be looking to make it number 5. This is Kumalo, who we were talking about. Shabalala with the left foot. Mokoena. He has Matthews with a bit of space. Suarez comes through just in time there, the challenge. Now, was Johnson outside the area or not? Referee is not interested. And the crowd with him. People calling. There's the strong challenge on Suarez.
That was an excellent challenge. Had to get the ball, did get the ball. And goalkeeper looked like he did step out the box there clearly.
Didn't have the presence of mind to basketball style hold the ball and try and suggest that it was still inside the box. There's Ndlobo, made that fine tackle. Now onto the attack, looking for Kwayiba. Knocked forward there by Jongwana. Back with Mamelodi Sundowns. Then Philander takes it away from Morena. Switching play, looking for Kwayiba. Lebusa got in the way. Vital interception. Here's Kumalo. Sitoli has it dispossessed. Reyners. Ribeiro. Reyners in there. Back with Ribeiro, a little chip. Looking for Reyners and for Matthews. Still alive here for Jaden Adams. Passive in the defending, you feel somewhat. Chippa overawed maybe, or just ball watching, but you'd expect a bit more muscle in that penalty area of theirs.
Passing the back, dropping deep, and when you drop deep in high pressure, you give the man on the ball time to make up his mind, and you've seen that happened when you gave Reyners a bit of time.
Williams actually finds Adams, turns that situation into attack. Yes, Matthews, lovely turn. Now, he's got options left or right. He's going to go on his own. That's a disappointing finish from Tashik Matthews.
Just couldn't finish it there, Matthews, with an excellent turn. Evaded the defender, drop of the shoulder, sent it up. You can see just bobbling a bit. So the condition of the field doesn't give a player in possession the confidence to take the shot because it's bobbling. As we see Matthews sky that one.
5 league goals for him. He got his last one against Cape Town City a couple of weeks ago. Also 3 in domestic cup competition, so 8 for the season for this man, Tashik Matthews. Okay. 20 minutes gone here in East London. Mamelodi Sundowns, as you can see, are the big attraction. And they've got some excellent crowds here in this part of the Eastern Cape in the past. Also, Chippa used at some stage the Ndatsane Stadium, not far from here. It was also well attended. Here's Reyners, inside to Ribeiro. Ribeiro! Good save, Johnson. Little swerve of the body, drop with the shoulder again, Stanton.
It's the Reyners and Ribeiro show this evening. Great link-up play. 2 touches to give himself space and an excellent save from Johnson.
And there's no R&R for Chippa's defence.
I didn't want to go there. Gotta be older than 18 to enjoy R&R.
Down the middle from Williams, over the head of Morena, but there was a touch in there from Modise, so throw-in will be for Mamelodi Sundowns. Here's Matthews, easily past and Globo inside to Reyners. Philander looking to get Chippa going, but immediately the press on Modise, so he's forced just to hoof it up, and the ball turned over. That's a good steal from Kumalo. Kwayiba puts his hands on his head in frustration, could have got a better ball there from this young man. Well, for a player in only his second top flight appearances, he has got plenty of confidence. To the manner born, as they say.
Immense. Those are calling for calm. So is September.
Jaden Adams. Allende with Ribeiro. Steals it away, does the Brazilian. So strong. Cutting through now. Out wide yet to Matthews. Suarez has come on the overlap. Good running here from the Argentine. Ball into the middle. That's well picked up by Johnson.
Good overlap there from Suarez. Nobody at the near post to finish it off. Just observe Reyners' movement, waiting patiently. Suarez making the run. Reyners expected the pullback.
It's an opportunity tonight for a little redemption for Suarez. He had that rather poor performance against Orlando Pirates back in March, the last time that Sundowns lost a league game, and was dropped a couple of games later after the 2 quarter-final games in the Champions League against Esperance. He's been out for 6 games in total. We'll be looking just stake a claim to get back into the starting lineup for the Champions League final. Sundowns hosting the first leg, by the way, on the 24th Saturday week. So 3 o'clock kickoff at Loftus Versfeld, and the return leg is 8 days later in Cairo, a Sunday night match on June the 1st. Then they'll have a little bit of a holiday, Sundowns, and then off to America for the Club World Cup. They're playing against a team from Korea, against Borussia Dortmund, who are the German giants, and Fluminense from Rio. Kwayiba. Matrus, space for Philander. First touch a bit heavy, but he recovers. Philander side netting. Well, that's the first shot in anger, really, from Chippa. Comes after 25 minutes.
Yeah, constant menace down his left-hand side. Just couldn't get in the mix. Just get the feeling Chippa ought to get something from this game. That man Philander will be involved.
Chippa finished their season in Bloemfontein on Saturday against Marumo Gallants. This game was originally scheduled for the 24th of May, brought forward, of course, because of the first leg of the Champions League. Ribeiro is changing his shirt.
Yeah, possibly a little bit too hot, a bit of humidity.
There's a chance to get those tats on display as well.
Yeah, someone looks like similar to Memphis Depay, Dutch.
Apparently Mr. Panenka yesterday, I read somewhere.
Playing out in Brazil.
It's a balmy night here in East London. Nice and warm when we arrived this afternoon, and certainly a little bit of humidity in the air. It's short sleeve weather. Don't see any. No, I was about to say, don't see any players with gloves, but Kwayiba is wearing gloves. Imagine when he gets to Europe one day.
Play with a blanket.
Yeah. Sotoli showing some strength. Adams dispossessed by Kumalo. That's nicely done by Matrus. Now Sotoli is getting a little frustrated. He's waiting for service up front. And Globo back with Machele. He's missed only a single game, Thabo Machele, for Chippa all season, the Basotho international. Oh, mistake from Shabalala, but cleaned up. One in the air by Suarez. Adams, Allende. Looking around. Over the top, looking for Ribeiro. It was well cleared by Justice Shabalala. Now, Kwayiba. Good ball to Matrus. He'll be teasing the defense inside. Sotoli back to goal, turns, looks for the shot, and Lebusa gets the challenge. And Globo forward. Oh, and Globo did well there to get out of the press. He has Kumalo. A little hasty, but it's going to fall here for Philander. Cuts inside, just showed a little bit too much.
Sundowns just soaking up the pressure. Important touch there from Morena.
We are approaching the 30-minute mark here. Shabalala in possession for Chippa. And as Johnson clears, confirmation that Mamelodi Sundowns, if things stay the way here, they'll be heading off to title celebrations. That's how the live lock looks right now. They're up to 70 points. 25 ahead of Pirates, who have only got 4 more games, so the maximum that Pirates can get is a total. Oh, now the maths has deserted me, of 67. Where Sundowns sits at the moment.
Good comeback there, good comeback.
Yeah, that was sweating, I can tell you.
You got to give some credit to Chippa United, even though they go down, they still have the confidence to play from behind, looking to test the Sundowns defense.
Half hour half-hour mark here in East London.
Very difficult to plan from the back, especially with the condition of this pitch. Sundowns players, especially Mokoena and Allende, a lot of bravery.
Now over the top there, is he onside? No, he's not. That'll be interesting to see. Did Ribeiro time his run or not? He has a little pop at the linesman who shakes his head to say, no, I got it right, son. Well, this is not going to tell us from that angle.
From that angle, it looked like Turner was playing him on, but difficult to say from that side.
So much football in the legs already for Mamelodi Sundowns this season. Wonderful campaign. Of course, they'll be looking to crown it with Champions League success later this month. Can they win the top prize in African club football? Add a second star to the jersey, of course. I'm a Sundowns supporter. I'll be a little bit worried, though. Do I have to go and buy a new jersey now? He has a lovely ball in for Raiders, yes. Nicely done by Johnson. Home crowd like that.
Yeah, what a great decision to come off his line. Had to be brave there, Johnson. Raided that danger. But a build-up play. Kyongwana and Kumalo are always free, and you can't allow that to happen.
Morena, Ribeiro looking for Matthews at the back post. A header away from Ndlovu. Back again they come. Relentless yellow onslaught.
You see when Sundowns is building up, you see Kumalo as well as Tiongwana free. And now the minute he comes out to put pressure, it allows that space in for Ribeiro. So Tower September needs to address that.
Well, there's that bounce that Sundowns were talking about from their training yesterday. There's another example. There comes Suarez. Now Matthews. Chance out for Mokoena from range. We've seen Matthews miss, and now Tebogo Mokoena adds his name.
I think the crowd spurred him on to take a chance. And it was the earlier attempt. Brilliant ball played through from Jaden Adams. Great decision there, just getting in the nick of time with Johnson. In fact, Raiders got there first.
Yeah, by far actually. It was the bounce of the ball that profited Johnson, but you've got to give him credit for making the decision and then sticking to it. Here's Adams now. Here, Ribeiro, first touch a little heavy. It allows Modise down the left. Ribeiro very quickly onto him, gives away the free kick.
Just applying a bit of pressure there. Ribeiro, a bit of a shot from the back.
Well, he is everyone's hot favourite to be named player of the season come the end of the year. Lucas Ribeiro from Brazil in his second season here with Sundowns. Spent the preceding 4 years playing in Europe, but in the lower leagues in Belgium and in France. So made no impact in Europe at all, and has come here to South Africa and very quickly become the star attraction.
And there's even been suggestions that it should represent Bafana Bafana, that is Ribeiro.
Yeah, he's had a wonderful season, Ribeiro. Where do you stand on that, Stanton? Nationalising players to play for the national team? Not sure I'm a big fan.
I tell you what, I think I'm going to side with you. But in the case of Ribeiro, I think the man's such quality, and chances of him playing for the Brazilian national team, I think the odds are a bit big on that one.
Look, it takes 5 years to become a citizen. He's only been here for 2, so that's still a pipe dream, really. There was talk at one stage about Gaston Sereno, of course, but nothing ever came of that. Look, if they were going to give Lamine Yamal a passport, I'd say go for it.
I'd say let's do that. I'll be with you. We've got enough time, don't we?
There's Ndlovu. Kumalo, left foot, looking for Philander. Falls for Morena. Pass to Allende, almost intercepted. Chippa. Pushing forward. Kumalo got the header in there. And then they're just calming it down here, and little bobble of the ball there has made it difficult for Jaden Adams. He recovered well. Into the final 10 minutes of this first half. Just slowed down the tempo, but Mamelodi Sundowns. What's Ronald Williams cooking up here? Finds Suarez on the left. October, September, just encouraging his players to push up and press. Reyners, Matthews, Johnson's out. And he's making brave decisions, Johnson, and they're coming off for him.
You were now just being starved of supply, dropping a bit deep as Sundowns on the attack.
Reyners, Matthews, left foot. Wow. Teammates are a little frustrated with him, but well within his rights to have a bit of a go there.
Yeah, it opened up there, just leaning back is Matthews. So he delayed the pass. Matthews with one touch to set it up. And doesn't test the keeper.
Spent time in the youth setup at Dortmund in Germany. He was in Sweden as well, Tashik Matthews. European experience under his belt. He's only 24. Suarez. Shabalala. Sundowns last season finished with 73 points. If things stay their way tonight, it'll be up to 70. They can get their 73rd against Magesi on Sunday. Now Allende. Morena in support. 3 wait in the middle. Allende again. Gets the corner, comes off Medusa.
Good defending there by Medusa. And they will just take his time now, run the clock down. Total control here. Much better display from Chippa United as opposed to the last time out against Sundowns.
Crowd are really finding their voice now. It's a wonderful atmosphere here in East London. Inching ever closer to becoming champions, Mamelodi Sundowns. Matrus, then Sitole. Back now with Matthews. Five minutes to half-time. Mokoena switches play to Matthews. Into Reyners. The last touch off Mafele.
Suarez has been very adventurous down this left-hand flank this evening. Normally doesn't bomb up and down.
Last home game of the season, by the way, for Chippa. They really have it in their own hands in terms of the top eight. Even if they lose here today, up against Gallants in Bloemfontein. Gallants have got the same number of points as them. Gallants would have played one game less when the two teams meet on Saturday. But there has been a bit of form of late for the home side here. Two draws in the last three league games have all ended in defeat.
Especially not able to get a goal in the last five, that is Chippa.
Philander. Modise on hand. Philander just runs into the strength at the back of Mokoena. So we've got around about 2.5 minutes to the break, well, to the end of the 45. We've been told from pitch side there'll be another minute added onto that. Feels like Christmas in here.
They are celebrating early, Mark. I can feel it coming.
Now Shabalala, and a bit of pressure here from Ribeiro. Banged forward by Kumaro, doesn't go very far. This is Mokoena. Into Adams, onto Reyners. Now with Ribeiro. Ribeiro inside! Johnson makes another good stop.
A delicious ball played into space just behind the defensive with Jaden Adams rushing in, trying to get a touch there, but once again Johnson with great anticipation.
Well, he gets his chance tonight because Nabali had a real I'm trying to think of a nice word, but he didn't have a very good game against Mamelodi Sundowns last Wednesday, and so coaching team decided to give him the night off and allow Johnson to take over and Keanu Peters be the backup keeper today. Johnson's using the opportunity, that's for sure. Now Matrus teasing on the edge of the area, gets the ball inside, and a clearance at the back from Kakana.
Yeah, that was some excellent work there from Matros. Striker just not reading his intention there.
Long throw from Ndlovu, and now he has a chance to bang it back into the danger zone. No, he's going to settle for another long throw. There's a chance for Matras, left foot. Gets the corner. Running out of time here as we head towards half-time. Maybe the last chance now for Chippa. Left foot of Azola Matras. That's disappointing for Chippa all the way through from Modise to goalkeeper Williams, and he'll just eat up the time now. There it is. Half-time whistle from Mr. Kumalo. So, Mamelodi Sundowns with a lead early on from Ikram Reyners. 1 point they need to win the title. For the moment, they've got 3 in the bag, Stenson.
An improved performance here from Chippa United, but still seeing themselves 1-0 down. Some great stops and anticipating the passes here from Johnson. He's been busy all evening, and it's a Sundowns, a fluid relationship between Reyners and Ribeiro. A fluid midfield of Mukwena and Allende, and it's Sundowns that take the lead into the half-time.
So 5 changes in either side coming into this match, with Chippa will still have hope that they can do something in the second half. A point would certainly help their cause as they look to finish in the top 8 for only the second time in club history. So Chippa 0, Sundowns 1 is the story here at half-time. We'll be back for more. Mamelodi Sundowns, all 4 defenders, excuse me, over the age of 30. Reyners looking to turn, onto his right foot. Needed no second invitation. That is an excellent strike. It's number 14 of the season for Ikram Reyners. He's level now with Ribeiro. The defence just seemed to open up and allow him to take the shot. And Reyners said, thank you very much.
Yeah, the defence have to look at themselves there, just backing off, giving Reyners an opportunity to turn and strike. Nice touch there, you can see just backing off there. The run from Dashwick Matthews disturbed the defence, and Shabalala too late to close it down. As we see Reyners slotting it to the back of the net, one drop of the shoulder, and the rest is history.
And no chance for the keeper from that range. Mamelodi Sundowns, all 4 defenders, excuse me, over the age of 30. Reyners looking to turn, onto his right foot. Mamelodi Sundowns, all 4 defenders, excuse me, over the age of 30. Reyners looking to turn, onto his right foot. Needed no Mamelodi Sundowns, all 4 defenders, excuse me, over the age of 30. Reyna's looking to turn onto his right foot. Needed no second invitation. That is an excellent strike. It's number 14 of the season for Reyna's. For Mamelodi Sundowns, all 4 defenders, excuse me, over the age of 30. Reyna's looking to turn onto his right foot. Needed no second invitation. That is an excellent strike. Age of 30. Reyna's looking to turn onto his right foot. Needed no second invitation. That is an excellent strike. It's number 14 of the season for Reyna's. He's level now with Ribeiro. Not far from here. It's also well attended. Here's Reyna's inside to Ribeiro. Ribeiro! Good save, Johnson. Not far from here. It's also well attended. Here's Reyna's inside to Ribeiro. Ribeiro! Good save, Johnson. Not far from here. It's also well attended. Here's Reyna's inside to Ribeiro. Ribeiro! Good save, Johnson. Little swerve of the body, drop with the shoulder again, Stanton. Not far from here. It's also well attended. Here's Reyna's inside to Ribeiro. Ribeiro! Good save, Johnson. Not far from here. It's also well attended. Here's Reyna's inside to Ribeiro. Ribeiro! Good save, Johnson. Not far from here. It's also well attended. Here's Reyna's inside to Ribeiro. Ribeiro! Good save, Johnson.
You were now just being starved off supply, dropping a bit deep as Sundowns on the attack.
Reyna's, Matthews, left foot. Wow.
You were now just being starved off supply, dropping a bit deep as Sundowns on the attack.
Reyna's, Matthews, left foot. Wow.
You were now just being starved off supply, dropping a bit deep as Sundowns on the attack.
Reyna's, Matthews, left foot. Wow.
You were now just being starved off supply, dropping a bit deep as Sundowns on the attack.
Reyna's, Matthews, left foot. Wow.
Deep as Sundowns on the attack.
Reyna's, Matthews, left foot. Wow. Teammates a little frustrated with it, but well within his right. Sundowns celebrating after the first goal in the 11th minute. Will that be the case at the end of 90 as they look to wrap up the Betway Premiership for yet another season? A single point needed by the Brazilians to make sure that no one can catch them. And with this match and one more to come, certainly odds on to make it 8 in a row. The fans of the Eastern Cape will surely be hoping that they do it right here in East London. Chippa United still in search of a place in the top 8. They need some points from this encounter as well. Played against Sundowns just a week ago in a fixture that was postponed from the first half of the season. This one brought forward, of course, to allow Sundowns to prepare for the African Champions League final, which they'll be hosting the first leg thereof on the 24th of May. Stanton Fredericks alongside me as our expert analyst for today. Are we going to have more Sundowns goals? Will Chippa fight their way back?
Well, they've come out in their thousands to witness this. The champions with the championship display in the first half. I'm sure there'll be more goals. Romeiro's been knocking. And for Chippa United, Philander's been lively on the flanks, unable to eke up something. Matros on the right-hand flank. Very quick, very creative. But just that one shot on target to show for the first half. Can they do better in the second?
Sundowns will get matters underway here at the start of the second half. No changes on either side. Certainly both coaches rung the changes after their previous encounters. Chippa played a week ago against Sundowns, made 5 changes from that, and then there was 5 changes for Sundowns after beating Stellenbosch 3-0 in Pretoria on Sunday. Magesi to come for them in Pretoria this coming Sunday. That'll be their last match of the league season. They'll finish 1 week ahead of everybody else. There's Matthews on that left-hand side with Allende. Mokoena looking to switch it up to Morena. Now the chase on here. This might be a chance for Matros. Gets past Mokoena. Can he deliver? Comes off Allende for the first corner of the second half.
Well, it looks like they changed flanks with Rusk operating down this left-hand side. He will be coming up against Morena. On the opposite flank, Suarez will have to keep Allende quiet.
Let's see what Chippa can do with what is their third corner of this match. At least they're dominating somewhere in the corner count. Comes off Satole! That was a good block from Mokoena. Strong shot from Modise. Put his body on the line there, Mokoena, to block the attempted effort from Modise, which looked to be heading goalward. Difficult to say.
I think that one was heading straight to Williams. Right start from Chippa. No signs in change of formation. Still Sitole leading the line, Kwahiba in behind him. Just that swap of the flanks, Valinda as well as Matros.
Now, nice delivery to Morena. Ball into the path of Ribeiro. Handball against Shabalala. A little unlucky. There's a nice little back heel in search of Reyners. Shabalala, you remember, had that spell with Orlando Pirates where he just really couldn't get in the team. He was a bright prospect when he first emerged in the colours of Free State Stars. So Allende leaves it for Ribeiro. Bouncing and does not find Kekana.
What a dangerous ball played in. Goalkeeper glued to his line. Looked like it was going to end up with Kekana. Just the bounce put him off.
Well, again, that defence guilty of a little bit of ball watching. Kumalo. Globo knocks it forward. Fernando was hoping there was a chipper ball, but linesman had other ideas. First time that Chippa met Mamelodi Sundowns in a league game, their coach was Mangoba Nliti. Went on, of course, have a successful spell with Sundowns, first as Pitso Mosimani's assistant, then the co-coach with Rulani Mokoena, and then in charge earlier this season before being replaced by Cardoso. Koyeva been a little quiet today. He's the key man for Chippa. Good ball into Sitoli. Matrus. Sitoli. It's a tight angle. Comes off Lebusa. Another corner for Chippa. A promising start here in the opening 5 minutes for the home team.
Almost falling for Sitoli there.
But over the top of the crossbar.
That's brilliant delivery there, an in-swinger from Fernando. Just trying to pick out that near post.
Right over the head of Suarez. Maybe they should have got another corner there. Was their touch in from Lebusa. Pace of Moreno, but Matrus is equally quick. Rain is looking to play the 1-2. Shabalala's there first. And you've got to go back to the end of March for the last time Chippa won a league game against Amazulu, and yeah, if they are to end that run, they need a minimum of 2.
Shoved aside there from Ribeiro.
Now the pace of Fernanda up against Suarez. Good challenge from the Argentine. Fernanda's ball. He's going to leave it for the long throw-in.
It'll be a different challenge here for Suarez. Up against that tricky Giovanni.
Got numbers forward, the Sundowns have got numbers back too. Comes off Lebusa. Matrus. And the long-range effort again from Medisa over the top. You wonder if Matrus might well have tried that on the full volley rather than wait to bring it down.
Would have been the better option there, he said. A bit panicky as the pressure was coming towards him. As the case was last week when Chippa came up against Sundowns, a better second half showing from Chippa.
Yeah, they're traditionally a little bit better in the second half. They've conceded 17 first half goals this season. Only Cape Town City have conceded more in the first half. They get a little bit better after the break. Need some warming up. Now here's Matthews. Back into Adams. Just evades him. Ribeiro! That's cleared off the line. Great work from Modise. Well, it would have been a somewhat inadvertent goal. Not sure Ribeiro meant that, but it was goal-bound.
What a great phase of play there from Sundowns. Ribeiro just stretching.
He was trying to get the ball under control.
Just lost his footing. And Sitole with a desperate clearance. Modise, rather.
Then he hurt himself in the process, Modise.
Because the ball played through, it was Tashreeq Matthews trying to pick out Jaden Adams, just missed him. Ribeiro with a touch.
Man from Mafeking is Modise. He was on the books at Sundowns, Modise, when he first started out as a youngster. Never really got a chance to play. He's been on loan all over the place. He was in the Maritzburg side a couple of seasons ago. You might remember he went down. Machele forward. Kwayiba, good turn. Jongwana out wide to Philander. Here comes the cross. Cleared by Musa. Back with Jongwana. Back to Philander. Good overlap from Ndlovu. Snow way through, and then that pass from Philander almost turns possession over. That's a sloppy bit of work from Shabalala. And Ribeiro and Reyners on the attack. Adams joins up. Ribeiro's going to go for goal. Johnson makes a good save.
Reyners just dropping the shoulder, looking for movement there. Reyners as well as Adams. It's not even a proper angle for Ribeiro.
There's Sitole. Jongwana with a pass forward, but Grant Kakane has possession now. There's a little window there to feed it up to Reyners. Matthews in for Reyners. Could this be number 2? That is absolutely superb, but it won't count. Offside. Wow, what a finish that was.
That's going to be a close call.
Perfect pass, perfect execution.
That's onside.
He's not offside.
That's onside.
That's a bad call.
He made the most of that first touch, didn't he?
That should be Reyners' 15th of the season, put him top of the scoring charts. In discussion with Miguel Cardoso. And then there with a block. Now this is a rare chance for Chippa now.
Far out, you have to really hit it properly to beat Williams from that range.
lucky at the other end of the pitch, Chippa United. Can they get more fortunate now with this free kick? Matras and Philander, the two players over the ball. Philander goes for goal. It is wide. Well, he was playing in the amateur leagues in Cape Town last season, Philander. Made rapid progress. There's Matthews. And then there, forced to scramble, finds Morena, out to Ribeiro here on the right. All patiently done here by Mamelodi Sundowns when they don't see the gap. Just recycle it again, look for the openings, players free to receive the pass.
They keep the width very nicely, it stretches the defence.
Good interception by Kumalo.
Very industrious is Kumalo. There's a lot of grass, comfortable in possession, he's got a change of pace in him. Player.
Williams, Adams in the challenge there with Jongwana. So we've had an hour of football here in East London. We still have that early goal from Reyners separating these two sides. He should really have had a second not so long ago. There will be VAR, of course, for the Champions League final that Sundowns are playing on the 24th, the second leg on the 1st of June in Cairo, and of course there'll be VAR at the Club World Cup as well. Those sort of decisions against Reyners would certainly be reversed.
You mentioned World Cup. Are you a jet setter? Will you be going over to the States?
We do hope so, Mr. Fredericks.
Send some photos.
I think a hamburger back for you. Yes, Kwayiba. 6 goals he's got this season, top marksman for Chippa, and he's got the free kick now. Who is going into the book? Well, that yellow card has not yet been shown by Mr. Kumalo. There it is for Kwayiba. Simulation, they call it.
Have a look at. Yeah, it's the hand in the face.
Morena, Ribeiro, back again. Here's Ribeiro. To Matthews. To Adams. Back to Matthews. Matthews with a shot that's blocked. Chippa can break. Kwayiba, stopped by Mokoena. Back with Philander. Kwayiba. Suarez does well. Matthews does well. Still the pressure from Chippa is there, forcing the mistakes out of Mamelodi Sundowns. Right, we're going to see some changes now. Marman and Mashele are to come on for the home side. So the coach sticking with some of the youngsters here getting an opportunity. Marban in his second season at the club. Modise and Jongwana are going off. Abraham Mashele will get a very first run out. He's a defender by trade, so he'll go over to the right back position. This is his debut at this level. And of course, Marman we saw in the last campaign for Chippa United, got a couple of goals. Nothing so far this season. He's coming on for a 13th time as a substitute. Marman, he's been only in the starting lineup once in the league this campaign, used off the bench. Reyners departs, and Ribeiro will go as well. Now, Peter Shalolile is on. Remember, chasing 129 goals. If he can score in the last 25 minutes or so, Peter Shalolile will equal Siyabonga Nomvete's record for the most goals in the PSL era. That's in all competitions, including continental football. He's been out with a little niggling injury of late, but good to see him back.
Yeah, he's been nursing a bit of a hamstring. Important he'll be, but I think it's you've just given him a new name, R&R, to the bench.
Salles and Shalolile are on. That's SNS. Ooh.
Salles showing some great form of late.
Ribeiro is always a feisty character. He would have liked to have stayed on, but coach is also just watching the minutes. Physical exertion. Here's Shalolile. He's desperate to get back into the starting lineup, of course. In a poor season in front of goal by his high standards. Salles. Now Matthews. Adams. Little flick there for Salles, finds Morena. Oh, that's good work from Jaden Adams to take possession away there from Matruas.
He's really do so well, slow it down, retain the possession. Force Chippa to press a bit high and get some space in behind the defense.
Allende, Kakana, back again to Allende. And as Koyuba was lurking, so Mokoena was covering. Still just a single goal. It shouldn't impact Chippa's goal difference too badly, because remember, they are sitting on 30 points in 8th place at the moment. Same number of points as Kaiser Chiefs and Marumo Gallants. Chiefs, however, are -7 in goal difference. Gallants are -13, and Chippa at the moment -4. So they'd still be in 8th, even if they lose here, but would have played one match more, of course. Chiefs have got Sekhukhune away at the weekend. Gallants play against Chippa in Bloemfontein on Saturday. All clubs except for Sundowns and Magesi will be playing simultaneously this coming Saturday, 3 p.m. kickoff around the country, and most of those matches will be live on your World of Champions. A couple of streaming games, but do not go anywhere Saturday afternoon. There will be fabulous football. The battle for 3rd place, of course, is very much alive with Sekhukhune and Stellenbosch. The battle for top 8 places is alive, so is the battle to avoid 15th spot and the relegation playoffs, where Cape Town City find themselves at the moment, 3 points adrift. All of that coming up Saturday, 3 p.m. Sundowns' coronation will be on Sunday, 5:30 kickoff at Loftus against Magesi. We're also showing you on Sunday some of the closing matches from the Motsepe Foundation Championship, including Durban City's attempt to make sure of the title. They need a point from their last game against Cape Town Spurs. 3 p.m. Sunday. Here's Sales. Oh, that's a fabulous goal. Now, did he mean that? Or was he crossing the ball?
Cross, come, goal, but they all count.
Look at the coach joining in the celebrations.
Yeah, I think that's game, set, match. Is that the nail in the coffin? Is that the title to Sundowns? What a goal it was.
Artur Sales, the Brazilian, just come on the pitch, grabs his 7th league goal of the season. He's got a bit of explaining to do.
Yeah, it's full of smiles because he knew that was a cross. And it nestled in the back of the net, caught the goalkeeper off guard, and he gets his 7th.
You can see him looking up there, Stanton, to see where he's going to deliver this ball. Well, as you said, they all count. Mamelodi Sundowns make it 2. Reyners and Sales.
And coach.
Yeah,
in
might
the
have
mix.
Fallen. Now, Mamelodi Sundowns 2-0 up, on their way to the title here. 20 minutes to enjoy, 20 minutes for their fans to smile. They will become champions unless there's a massive disaster and Chippa can get 3 goals in these final 20 minutes. Champions for the 18th time. Next on the list, Kaizer Chiefs with 12. They really have dominated. It will be 8 in a row.
Total dominance in the CAF Champions League final. A couple of weeks.
Of course, also got to the Carling knockout final where Magesi gave them a bit of a bloody nose, but it's been some season yet again for Mamelodi Sundowns. Header away from Adams, Allende, Philander. Good searching ball, Shabalala still up there. There's a little pushing and shoving in there. Chance to clear their lines.
Lala was the target there. Lovely thinking from Philander and Sales. Very handy when it comes to defending in the set plays.
Celebratory night here in East London. We've seen a championship won all over the country. I remember Supersport United winning it in Bloemfontein the first time on the Gavin Hunt. Then the next year it was at Kutsenberg Stadium in Stellenbosch, the old athletics stadium where they drew with Santos. Chiefs won their last league title at Nelson Mandela Bay against Chippa. 2 years prior to that, they won it at Bombela Stadium.
This year it's in Buffalo City.
Yep. Now, Miguel Cardozo has decided he's going to ring the changes. Neo Maema and Toby Mbala. Mbala back from injury, finally getting an opportunity to get back on the park. And Maema, of course, fresh from helping South Africa's Chan team qualify for that upcoming tournament in August. Maema has had 2 starts and 4 sub-appearances for Mamelodi Sundowns. Really underutilized, given all of his talent. And then Vala, finally back after that long injury. He was on the bench against Chippa in the last game and hasn't played since the Champions League match in Morocco against Royal Armed Forces in early December. His timing is perfect in terms of getting himself into shape for the Club World Cup.
Provides another option there, Mbala. Strong in the tackle, good air really.
It's good news for Bafana as well, because played a big part in defence for South Africa at the Cup of Nations. Williams going walkabout again. Crocodile Dundee of goalkeepers. First contribution with Suarez. Adams, so comfortable on the ball, Jaden Adams.
He's fitted into the Sundowns side pretty easily, showing his quality and become a regular very quickly as Adams.
Now block here from Marman, and Mbala makes the challenge. Ronaldo Marman. All coming back to help out now. 15 minutes remain. Chance for Chippa, still alive. Yes, Kwayiba. Good clearance from Mbala. That's nice defending. Alende looks up. Sitoli's gone back to help. That's some back pass there to Johnson.
Well, he tested him there.
Well, good ball from the keeper. If Kwayiba can keep us in play, runs straight into Luis Suarez.
He's been solid all evening.
Lucas Suarez.
He's been very solid. And in the confidence there, assured in the tackles, good in possession.
Played for Argentina, Suarez at under-20 level, went to an under-20 World Cup. He's 30 years old now, I'm not sure he's going to qualify for the next one. South Africa did, by the way, earlier this week, under-20s.
Yep. Brilliant stuff there.
You went to the first one, didn't you, Stanton?
That's right, in Malaysia. Pitching.
Played against Thierry Henry and the like.
That is correct. In Brazil, as well as South Korea, group. Of Shakes Mashal.
And then off to the Olympics as well.
That's right.
Maema. Shalolile. Morena at the back post. Morena!
Good effort. Just didn't want to sit down for him.
Oh, he's got a smile on his face.
He's enjoying himself there. Lovely touch. It just didn't want to fall for him. Philander done well to put him off.
Kwayiba. Now, Marman to Sitoli. He's been playing as the lead attacker tonight, hasn't had his chances, and that's straight into the arms of Roman Williams. midfield now, where Mokoena would have been playing along with Allende, has dropped a little bit to allow Maema to be a bit more attacking. Now they can find Kwayiba. They do have the foul here, Chippa, on Matros.
Twisting and turning there. Adams out to help. So he eventually brings Matros down.
Batusi Obas, Bafana regular, in for Jaden Adams in the holding midfield role. Just showing you the depth again of the quality at Sundowns' disposal. They can take off Jaden Adams and stick on Bafana regular as his backup. Sundowns have used up all 5 subs now. This is the header from Kwayiba. And he's not scored in his last 8 league appearances, Kwayiba. Still Chippa's top scorer. Away against Cape Town City was his last goal in February. Not going to get the party going, Roman Williams. It allows Chippa to make some changes. First one will be Asanele Bonani, who's only played as a sub in his time at Chippa. Yet to start the match, on for Kwayiba. Matros is the other one to go off, and Boyd Madigwana, who was in the starting lineup against Sundowns last week, comes on. Bonani with a rare opportunity, and Madigwana back into the team.
That's like for like, just some fresh legs in this last 10 minutes to get something of what would be a consolation.
Oh, given away by Kumalo, but he recovers. He wanted to see Shalolile get to 129. Allende being pulled back by Kamara. We've had just 1 yellow card in today's encounter, surprisingly.
Kamara will learn to press with caution when it comes to that man.
All eyes, I would presume, on Shalolile in these final 10 minutes. Here he is. Hasn't scored since the first leg against Esperance in the Champions League quarter-final back on the 1st of April. The last league goal for Mamelodi Sundowns was against Amazulu in the middle of March. Here comes Matthews. Still Matthews. Is he going to go on his own? Blocked. Now Sotoli, who started as the lead striker, they've moved him back to left back, where he played last week against Sundowns. Handball there against him. So super close now, Mamelodi Sundowns. Maema, Allende. Final minutes for Sundowns before they can officially call themselves champions. Of course, no trophy handover here tonight. That will be on Sunday. Oh, Shabalala's given them a free corner. Now Maema to come across and take it. Maema with the left foot. Allende is there as well. Here comes the delivery. Johnson's in there, and Shalolile got the header, but put it wide. And I think he'll know that should go down as an excellent opportunity for 129. Maybe another chance here for Peter Shalolile. To the near post. Nani with possession, then Sitoli, then out to Philander. Well, Coach Cardoso won the championship in Tunisia last season with Esperance. Now looking to win one here in South Africa as well. Be the first Portuguese coach to win the title. We had an Argentine, Miguel Gamondi, you remember. We have had a Brazilian, Julio Leal. We've had a Peruvian, Augusto Palacios. We haven't had any Spaniards, though.
Came close 3 times.
Yeah, by about 17 points. Yeah. Ruud Krol, of course, from the Netherlands, and couple of Scotsmen in Roy Matthews and Alex Forbes, Joe Fickleton, lots of Englishmen. And the most titles won by South Africans, I'm proud to tell you. That's a good ball for Philander. Foul by Morena.
A little bit overzealous here. Still has a smile on his face. Morena there, just trying to protect it there. Morena anticipated it and just caught Giovanni Philander.
Three minutes remain, and we hear that there'll be another 3 added on at the end of the 90. So 6 more minutes before the party can begin. Philander and Marman over the ball. Marman looks to curl it straight at the head of Shalolile. Chippa's last goal against Sundowns came the season before last from Lebitso, who's now on the books of Pirates. Shabalala with a foul on Williams.
So his last goal was for Pirates in that derby. What a goal it was. The winner for Pirates.
Bonani now. Sundowns Sundowns still chasing them down. Shabalala to Kamala. We'll see through another full 90 minutes here. Well, here's a free goal for Artur Salles. A second on the night for the Brazilian. And now for a third successive match. They lead by 3.
That's a man in form. Salles. Third goal in the last 2 games. Come on. He's got the all-important goals to put it across the line for Mamelodi Sundowns as they can start celebrating. It's a mistake in defence from Chippa United. Salles pounced.
Well, we mentioned earlier that Chippa have got to be careful in terms of the goal difference. This is a real freebie here. And Johnson is at an excellent night despite conceding 2 earlier goals. Really puts a little bit of a dampener on it all.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate for Johnson. He's been excellent. You can see once again the field come into play as we see celebrations galore.
So Chippa now down to -6 on goal difference. Johnson angry that he's been taken off here.
He should hold his head up high. A solid performance today from Johnson. An unfortunate error.
Well, Stanley Nwabali with a few errors, and Lucanio July on for what will be his first outing. Maybe that was pre-planned in the mind of Thabo September.
Possibly.
So 2 players today on for a fresh opportunity. Philander, no way through there. Toby Abala stands his ground. So we've seen Mashele come on, and now Lucanio July for their first run out in the top flight. Chippa maybe also looking ahead now at next season and giving some of the fringe players an opportunity. A little too much. Goes away. Madingwana with the heavy touch there. 90 seconds remain for Mamelodi Sundowns before they can start celebrating the Betway Premiership. 2 goals for Artur Salles. Oh yes, Shalulile. Toby Mbala into the final 30 seconds. Can Shalulile make it? 129. We're almost willing him over the line there, Stanton, maybe a little too vociferously. No corner either.
Gives it the thumbs up.
Well, he's got Magesi on Sunday to come, plus the Champions League final, 2 legs thereof, and the 3 games in the Club World Cup, so we hope he does make it. Mamelodi Sundowns are the champions. Final whistle has gone here at East London, another convincing win. And Miguel Cardoso can celebrate. a first league title in South African football. It was never really in doubt, but it is now confirmed. Sundowns, the champions for the 24-25 season, and for the 8th campaign in a row. It really has been total dominance.
Dominance personified as Carosa takes it in with a prayer. They've been excellent. They've been thorough. Their depth came to the party. Their quality came to the party. And it is celebrations all around. A deserved championship for the champions. The captain celebrates. Chippa United came to the races. They never made it easy for Sundowns, but it is the elite Sundowns that walk away with the 3 points and sum up the 2024-2025 Betway Premiership as deserved champions.
54th season since the start of the NPSL in '71. Sundowns with 18 league titles now. First of them back in the late 80s when Screamer Shabalala, sadly passed away earlier this year, was actually taken up by his own players in a clubhouse revolt. Mario Tuani finished the season off, so both of those coaches can claim that. Then we saw Screamer Shabalala return in 1990 to coach them to their second title. After that, the likes of Jeff Butler, Ted Dimitru, Paul Dolazar, Guamondi and Neil Tovey as co-coaches in the mid-70s. Gordon Ingerson the season thereafter. And then a little bit of a drought before Pitso Mosamani came to the party. 5 titles he won, a record for any coach in South African football with Mamelodi Sundowns. And Rulani Mokoena, Maglobe Miti adding to those numbers over the last 3 seasons. So they are certainly the team to beat, and of course the big question at the start of the next campaign will again be who can stop Mamelodi Sundowns. But tonight they will celebrate champions of the Betway Premiership for yet another season, deservedly so, with a massive advantage over the chasing pack and with 1 game to go, of course. The scoreline tonight in East London ensured the point that they needed to win. Rainers with 2, Sunners with 2, Rainers with 1, Sundowns with 3 points, 3 goals, and the league title. Champions again.
Well, and there we have it. The celebrations will start here in East London, and they will run up until the nation's capital in Mamelodi. Mamelodi Sundowns confirm that they are now 8 times in a row league champions, and of course winning the Betway Premiership. They are champions then of the 2024-25 Betway Premiership season. I'm now joined by the man of the match, Marcelo Allende. Marcelo, you're a champion again.
Oh, nah, thank you. Oh, you know, how you say, self-game, self-season. I think we know Pirates doing good job. Now, I say congratulations to my team, to the technical team, to the first technical team, who is the coach Magnova. I think we're making a lot of points with them. So thank you for all. Thank you to Masandawana, and this is for them and for our family. So it's time to enjoy.
Let's talk about the quality in this team, the records that were broken this season.
Yes, we have a lot of good players.
This is the man, huh? This is the man. I'm very lucky because I have not one, but a lot of wonderful men in the locker room that made this victory possible. It's really a pleasure to coach these guys.
Thank you.
What would you like to say to the coach, Marcelo? He's here, he joined in December, the job was not done. He comes here and he does it with so much style.
Yes, he coming in the tough moment for us. I think we lost the final. We in the complicated moment in the CAF, and he coming strong, he started strong, and I say only thank you for the confidence to the players, to all the team, all the staff. So I only say thank you, and it's the first one for him, and I'm waiting a lot of more. We have another one in 2 weeks more. So
take you to win over this team, to get them to believe that, again, this is another thing that we can be able to achieve?
Yeah, it was challenging but very beautiful. I said to them that it would be hard, but it would be very, very beautiful, that we needed to believe in the work every day. When you work with a group of players with this character, it's more easy. Obviously that we knew that everything was a new proposal, let's say, new ideas, changing a lot, but we believed also in ourselves a lot. When we believe in ourselves, and we make them believe also on them. And it was important to make them, to conquer their hearts, conquer their minds, because then football appears. I hope South Africa in general and football people understand the work that has been done in Mamelodi Sundowns. Because in the last weeks it seems that everything happened, but we were not there. And once I said whatever would happen in abnormal or normal conditions, like we said, Sundowns would be again champion. That's the belief we have. And thank you very much for the players, for the structure, for everybody to believe. And let's move forward because it's what it is. It's not because it's the 8th time that we should not celebrate in style. We're going to celebrate in style because we have records to be beaten, points to be achieved. I think there's a beautiful story we've been written. Ambition is keep going, and a new match on Sunday to be played.
Marcelo, before I let you go, what would you like to say to a coach that came in, was able to stabilize the ship, was able to get this team to performing at their ultimate peak?
No, I only say thank you to him for the trust, for the brotherhood, for all the things he give us to the players, to the confidence. So I say only thank you and enjoy this moment. It's for him and for all Mamelodi. I think it's crazy winning 11 in a row. It's unbelievable.
It's very important to understand that a coach must give the players the ambience, the proper ambience to perform. When we have quality, we need just to create the conditions. There's a very famous coach that says that I just try not to spoil. What he means with this is obviously that we should gather people around. Obviously that we need to know how to train. We need to know how to manage men. We need to know even how to manage their families and their lives, their private lives. We need to know how to manage relations inside the club. And that is basically a learning process that also I did during my last years in my career. I know that people were very suspicious when I arrived in this country. I don't know why. But I just gave love to everybody. I love to be in South Africa. I love to be among you. I love your culture. I love really your country. And I love being a part of the Masandawana family that really received me like if I was one of them. And that gave me obviously a starting point very strong to give also the best for myself.
The name Miguel Cardoso now joins a very long and illustrious list of coaches that have been able to lift the trophy, the championship for Mamelodi Sundowns. How does it feel for you, Coach, on a personal note?
Well, it's unbelievable, obviously. Being in 2 years champion of Tunisia, come here and be 2 times in the final of Champions League. Let's hope this season we can make and pick the trophy. It's for me as a coach a wonderful, it's unbelievable. And I just want people to understand that it comes from hard work, from very, very hard work. It's very exciting but very tough to be a coach on this level. With the demands of the club, with South African football playing in such hectic schedule. But it has been so exciting also at the same time. So now it's time to enjoy a couple of days, start working tomorrow, obviously, on the future. And the future is so close, we have so much still to do.
Coach, before I let you go, you spoke about some of the dynamics when it comes to this team. It's a well-oiled machine. How important was it for you to then put your own imprint on it?
No, obviously that was important. I didn't come here to make the same. I just came here to get similar or better results, but do it my way. And I think the team needed some things that I wanted to bring on the team. but most of all the team believed it needed to be released, and that's what we feel now, is a team that is released, playing with happiness, because the core values of our locker room are so strong that it's wonderful to live on with them. So on the hypes, on the lows, keep stability, keep believing, but most of all, keeping being strong. Maybe in the future we can share a little bit of this journey, but even after the Champions League semi-final, it was important. We had 6 championship matches to decide everything. And we wanted to make victory after victory after victory. So we defined a lot of things, and there's a puzzle we built that is in our locker room. Today we put it the 5th piece, we called it box work. And the inspiration for us today was how a Formula 1 racer that becomes champion is just the face of a hard teamwork. And what we did was exactly that, make everybody understand that today this box, so the outside work, would be the base of the victory. And the boys lifted the car, changed the tires, put the car to go, and there we go. 5th piece is on the puzzle. Let's now prepare the 6th, because we want to finish well, with all the respect for the team that is really doing well, that we're going to face on Sunday. But celebrate, but not go on a party. So we're going to compete again.
Congratulations, champion.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
The head coach of Mamelodi Sundowns, Coach Miguel Cardoso, now put his name on that list of Mamelodi Sundowns coaches over the past years that have been able to win the league title. I am now joined by the head coach of Chippa United, Coach Thabo September. Coach, appreciate your time. I looked at this game, especially in the first half, and Chippa United took the game to Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah, we came to play, like I said in the beginning, that we are playing at home, playing against the soon-to-be champions and team that is in the final of the CAF and going to the Club World Cup. So if we were defending like we did in the first half in Pretoria, it was going to be a bad score. And we needed to take the game to them and exhaust them a little bit as well. And the pressing was good, the players, I'm proud of the players. But yeah, I should have started with this one. Congratulations to the Mamelodi Sundowns family, the players, the technical staff, the Motsepe family. I think they've done a great job to lift the football in South Africa and in Africa. So all the best for them in the Champions League final and in the Club World Cup. And this can only lift up the standard of the game in South African football. So yeah, to be part of this and the players that we have as well, introducing young players against a team like this, it was brave, but it needed to be so that they can feel the atmosphere and probably build up for next season.
You spoke about a near-perfect performance. A couple of the chances that were created, you could have made something out of them.
Yeah, no, we did create some chances, and in the first half of the Pretoria game, we didn't really create good chances, but Giovanni coming through in the first half and creating chances. So we had good moments, even in the second half. But yeah, you can only congratulate Sundowns because it's a good team, and also say to the players that were on the field for us, they really put in a good fight. And for the people of the Eastern Cape, we thank them, and we hope to see them next season again to fill up this beautiful stadium of ours.
Hard luck today, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you, Lira.
Coach Thabo September, who was able to introduce a couple of the young players, a player like Mashele as well, making his debut today. And of course, maybe the rebuilding process then starts with regards to Chippa United. But for Mamelodi Sundowns, it is celebrations galore. League champions for the Betway Premiership 2024-2025 season, led by Coach Miguel Cardoso, who found them in the middle of the season and was able to continue on with the good work that they have done over the years. 8 league titles in a row. Mamelodi Sundowns, all hail the champions from Mamelodi. It is Masandawana, Kapu Yellow. The celebrations will certainly continue into the night here at the Buffalo City Stadium.